Hello everybody and welcome to Clear Path Guidance in Tarot. Alright, so the next celebrity reading I'm going to do is Cena and Nikki Bella. I think that's how you... Nikki Bella. Okay, I wanted to put a disclaimer out first though. Any couple readings that I do, any celebrity readings that I do, I have no personal opinion on, and I can go either way with it. Because I don't follow celebrities, I don't wish them bad. I don't gloat at the fact that maybe they're not doing well. I just did Justin Bieber and Haley. I don't wish, like I did the engagement part, I don't wish bad upon them. People say I'm negative. I don't mean to be negative, but if I feel this is not a great relationship, I'm going to say it. I always wish people well. I always hope for the best. I hate to see people divorcing. I hate people separating. I think people should work it out to the best of their ability. But when when I don't feel something is going to work out, I'm also going to say it. I am not gonna sugarcoat it. I call it how I feel it, not how I see it. I call it how I feel it. So Haley and Justin, I wish them luck. I hope I'm wrong in what I feel with them. I hope the best. I hope they stay together forever. If they fall off the face of the earth, I don't care either. I don't know these people. I don't have a personal attachment to anybody here. So for all of you out there that think I'm negative or want to see bad things to happen to people, I don't. I just call things like I see it. Every different couple they're all individual, but also different. Now, this reading that I'm going to do on Cena and Nikki are two completely different people than Justin and Haley. Automatically, the vibe changes between these two. When I think about Haley and Justin, I think about very immature love, very young, people that are a little bit more impulsive. I think about Cena and I think of Nikki. I think of love. I think of maturity. I think of a man that really wants to make a woman happy. So it just changes gears so quickly. But I just kind of want to put that out there that I don't wish bad on anybody. All right? I hope if everybody could live happily ever after, that's fine by me. How they get there or what they need to get there, that's their own business. So, I appreciate all the great comments, and I appreciate, my channel was a very quiet channel until I started doing celebrity readings. And up until I started doing celebrity readings, I found that, people were pretty positive, but there's people coming out of the closet here that I'm not used to. I'm not used to people being negative. So if I come across as being negative, I'm sorry. Okay? All right, enough about this. On with Cena and Nikki. I feel he's a solid man. I feel this man knows what he wants. He wants Nikki. This man kind of reminds me of Jay-Z. This man, not like with running around her on her or anything like that, but his love for his woman. I feel this man would move a mountain. This man would do anything for Nikki. Even get married. And he doesn't want to get married. This man, it's like this man going to I hate to say it. I feel like this man is like walking to, when they say on death row, like walking to his death, sort of a thing. Like it's and it doesn't mean he doesn't love her any less. This man loves Nikki very, very much. He respects her, loves her, will do anything for her, but get married if he doesn't have to. I just feel like when I think about Cena, he has this, when I pick up his feelings and emotions, it's like, but I love this woman so much. Why must I marry her to prove to her I love her? Isn't my love good enough? Why can't she just accept me for who I am? This is his thoughts, because to him, getting married or not getting married is like, to him, not being married is the same thing. He's going to give her the same commitment as if he were married. I think he's afraid of marriage. I think he's afraid of, I don't know if he's been married before. I don't know if he does not want a divorce. So in order to avoid a divorce, let's just not get married. So I know it does not sound logical, but to him, making that step scares him, because I think when you make that commitment, for him to commit to marriage, that's big. And for him to fail at marriage, for some people, failing at marriage is big. They would rather stay in a shitty marriage than give up and look like failures. He does not want to look like a failure. I'm not saying that they would ever divorce, because this man does love Nikki. But then you look at Nikki, I feel a little bit of a, I don't want to say entitled, but I don't want to say spoiled, but she knows how far this man will go for her. So when I'm reading her, she is saying in her mind, if he loved me enough, he'd marry me. He clearly doesn't love me enough. He doesn't want to commit to me. He wants to keep his options open. That is not what he's doing. And I think when he's trying to explain this to her, it's lost in translation. So he's saying to her, I love you very much. I love you very much whether we're married or not. And she interprets it as, you don't love me enough to marry me. So then I feel she has doubts about whether she wants to marry this man or not. Because I don't know if she's traditional, but I feel that to her, marriage is the ultimate, I don't want to call it sacrifice or something like that, but to her, marriage is the ultimate, maybe, show of one's love to another. So, and because he really is having a hard time with that, she doubts his love for her. He really does love her. He really, really does. I feel this man, if he could move a mountain, he would for her. This is, if they could get past this obstacle, I think it would be fine. I think they get along normally. You know what? And I want to say that he likes to dote on her and care for her. Whatever she wants, she can have. It's like, and he's more than happy to do it for her. I think this man really wants to provide for her and make her happy. He likes to see the smile on her face. And if it means that he's got to go out and buy her something or do something, he always likes to see that smile. So for her to doubt his love, I think to some degree that does kind of upset him. Because I think he will marry her, but begrudgingly. She wants him to marry her without having been poked and prodded. She doesn't understand why he's having such a hard time with this. Again, I feel like he's talking, she's not understanding. Whatever she's saying, he's not understanding. Because it's like two different levels. Yes, they love each other very much. And she might be, I keep wanting to say maybe she's silly or something like that, but I feel like he gives into her spontaneity. I think she's spontaneous or something, but he gives in. Whatever she wants. It just reminds me of like, whatever she wants, give it to her. If it's going to cost $500 to get her nails done, give it to her. And he's more than happy to do it. I just see this guy kind of walking behind her, and I'm sure I don't know what I think she's a wrestler too. I'm sure she holds her own. I think she holds her own financially, but I feel that when it comes to wanting to spoil her, he's more than happy to do it. I feel like he's ready to hand out the cash to whatever she wants. Whatever makes you happy, my love. you know? So I really feel that this is a really nice relationship, but this is a huge, huge obstacle, and it's so important for her to get married, and it's not for him. And it's like, like I said, it gets lost in translation. It really does. Like, he makes me laugh. He makes me giggle because even though he's a wrestler, and I don't know, I know he's a wrestler, that's all I kind of know. Those are big, tough guys. And I think she is his soft spot. I don't think he wants to lose her. So he will marry her over losing her. I really think that's all I have to say about that relationship. I really do feel this man loves this woman. She knows, I feel she knows how much he loves her, but he needs to prove it by getting married. To her, that is the ultimate commitment. And without that, she feels less, I don't want to say less of a woman, but less of a person in the relationship. So, there's going to be a struggle there. I feel he will give in rather than losing her again. Because I think he, didn't they break up or something like that for a little bit? I just kind of read here and there, and people tell me, because people say, because I have a fellow, his name's Joshua. Hi, Joshua. He's the one who said, you should do Cena. You know, then he kind of gave me a little bit of background that they were together, then they split up and they got back together again. But he won't lose her again. He won't lose her again. I feel that he will commit to marrying her, but she just doesn't want to do it in that. It's like this. It's like waking up on Valentine's Day, waiting all day for your Valentine to say Happy Valentine's, and them not saying it, and then you giving them shit and say, you know what, you didn't say Happy Valentine's to me today. And then the man goes out and gets a box of chocolates and comes back and says, here, Happy Valentine's. You're like, I don't want it now. I had to poke and prod you to do it. Why couldn't you have just done it without me asking? That is the vibration I get. Like, that is, you know, it's when you say that you didn't even say happy birthday to me, and they're like, well, happy birthday. And you're like, well, I don't want you to say happy birthday now. I'm forcing you to say it. You know, so I kind of get that same sort of a vibe. It's like, okay, I'll marry you now. And she's like, well, I don't want to marry you now. You're forcing, you know, I feel like I'm forcing you to do it, you know? So I get that kind of a thing. Like, she wants him to come at his free will and, you know, come and be married to her without this fight. Him not marrying her not wanting to marry her doesn't mean he loves her any less. But somehow these two don't get it. They don't understand where each person's coming from. However, I do feel that they know that they are loved very much by each other. They don't see eye to eye on that. He loves her very much. She's more dedicated than I would say any married man is to a wife. He's just not married to her. So, and again, I think it goes back to failure. He's afraid that if this fails, he does not want to go through divorce. If this relationship fails without getting married, then it doesn't seem like, because marriage is a commitment, right? So is a relationship, but it's a binding contract. And if that fails, I think that really takes a lot out of him. He doesn't want to go through that. Okay. All right. Let's see what the cards say. I felt like I went on way too long with that one. Sorry, I had to kind of, in the beginning, you know, kind of put that disclaimer out. What are the messages regarding Cena and Nikki? John and Nikki. What do we need to know about John and Nikki? John and Nikki. What are the messages between John and Nikki? What are the messages regarding John and Nikki? John and Nikki. See, this man knows what he wants. He knows that he wants her, he loves her, he wants to look after her, he wants to be responsible for her, he wants to provide. He is like the typical male, and he knows, you know? And you guys will be proud of me. I looked up their birth dates. He's a Taurus, she's a Scorpio. All right. Waiting for one more card. Okay, so we have the Ace of Wands. These are beginnings. New beginnings. You can see the buds on the top of the staff that are flowering and opening up. So this relationship, I believe, will grow. This talks about a romance. It's about creating something. I think that they want to create something together. You can see the sun is coming up. It's a new day. It's a new beginning. I feel that this is very nice between them. There we have the Five of Swords. Okay, this is about relationships that the Five of Swords typically represents, like in the typical tarot deck, shows two people walking away and a man holding all the swords. So what it really means is at what cost do you want to win? It's like winning an argument, by the end of the argument you lose everything, but you've won the argument. It's the same thing here. It's a matter of pride, okay? It's like he doesn't want to win at the cost of losing her. All right? So you can see these five butterflies are attacking. Sorry, five swords are attacking the butterfly. So it's the same sort of thing. I feel to some degree like he thinks he's kind of being attacked, but at what cost is he willing to fight back? All right? He's understanding where she's coming from to a certain degree. Okay? But this is showing here that it's coming at him. It's coming at him, and he's constantly trying to deflect and make her understand. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is about patience, hard work, delayed success. It's like the plant, like I think this card was come up for another reading for somebody else, but it's like you can see this farmer waiting for his crop to grow. He's planted the seed, he's weeded, fertilized, watered, and now it's just waiting to enjoy the fruits of his success. Okay, so he's laid the foundation, I believe, for they've laid the foundation. Now they're just waiting for this to grow and to flourish. All right, this card is saying that's happening. Okay, all right. What does John feel for Nikki? What does John feel for Nikki? What does John feel for Nikki? Like, I think he'd be quite heartbroken if she dumped him, if she ended it. What does John feel for Nikki? One more card. All right, what does John feel for Nikki? There is the moon, and this is about, it's about when the moon card comes up, it talks about by the moonlight, you do not see all the facts. All right, so it's like trying to make decisions without knowing all the facts to something. This is about unseen problems. It's about voluntary changes, these changes that he has to make, perhaps, but he's doing it, but I feel it's like just begrudgingly. Then we have, there he is. There's the King of Pentacles. This is a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo man. This man, what does he feel for her? So here we have this man. He's a solid, practical man who has material success. All right, so he's looking at the money. He's looking at the coin. He wants to look after her. He's solid, he's grounded, he's there for her for whatever she needs. He wants to be there. And then here we have the Emperor. And the Emperor is someone who's a strategic planner. He's someone who's looking after everybody else. In the tarot deck, the Emperor is above the King. Like this guy is above this guy. This guy looks after the kings and the queens. He's the Emperor, okay? So he's in charge. So this card is saying that he's in charge, he wants to look after her, he wants to be there. There's the children. I don't know if they're going to have any kids. But this card is saying that he wants to be the protector of her and just be the man in the relationship. But there's obstacles. You can see the mountains there, okay? That speaks about obstacles. What does Nikki feel for John? 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 Does Nikki feel for John? One more card. Does Nikki feel for John? Okay, so we have the Page of Wands. Okay, the Page of Wands is it's about a love. It's about changes. These guys bring news. I'm just going to grab my tarot book and just see. This represents people typically, but I'm going to see what the message is with the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands talks about willing to go in a new direction, showing you have enthusiasm, being creative, a charming admirer, taking a chance, childlike exuberance and lighthearted energy, a messenger, new insight, fresh ideas, and confidence. So this woman perhaps is going to start being more creative with him. It's a charming admirer. I feel that she does admire him. It's about taking that chance. She's still willing to take the chance with this man, willing to go in a new direction as well with him. Then we have the World, and the World is a card about completing a goal life. A goal or life lesson. Perhaps, she's completing a goal with him. It's like completions. She's complete with him. But then there's number 5 of Wands, and this is about obstacles. Again, this is about conflict. So there is conflict here between them. Nothing that they can't overcome, I believe. Okay? All right, so that is the reading on John and Nikki. I hope you guys enjoy it. Sorry about my rant in the beginning. I just want you guys to understand where I'm coming from. So if you would like a private reading, email me. I will email you back with all the information on how to get a reading. But I hope you guys are enjoying these. I have fun doing them. I'm starting to not have fun when people start being rude to me. That's not what this is about. This is about having fun, getting some insight on celebrities. That's what it's about. So, all right. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Okay, bye-bye.